Small business groups taking the White House to task over its vaccine mandate. The Job Creators Network now preparing to sue the Biden administration over what it calls dramatic overreach by the federal government. Let's bring in Job Creators Network Chief Communications Officer Elaine Parker. Elaine, good afternoon to you. I'm sure part of the frustration here is that there has to be a lawsuit about this at all.
Absolutely. And you know, Jackie, I have to take issue with how the Biden administration has been framing this from the beginning, and that it's about big businesses. The fact is, when you think of big businesses, you think of the Deltas and the Coca-Colas, but this mandate is going to impact businesses that have 100 employees or more, and the SBA defines a small business is under 500. So if you're a restaurant owner and you've got 2 or 3 locations, it doesn't take you long to hit that threshold. And if you're a small business or a private business in general and you want your employees vaccinated and you make that decision, that's one thing. It's a whole different ballgame when the federal government comes in and forces businesses to police their employees, provide paid time off for weekly testing or vaccines, or will slap them with a $14,000 fine for noncompliance. You know, it's just ridiculous. So this lawsuit is going to be filed when the rule comes out to block this mandate.
And Elaine, you make a great point. You know, you talk about Delta, they've got thousands and thousands of employees. You talk about a small business that might have 101, and now all of a sudden they have to deal with this mandate. But then you think of the procedural issues and the cost that goes along with litigation too, and that's where I'm sure a lot of the frustration is. I mean, these businesses have had a hard enough time as it is over the last 18 months.
Absolutely. This isn't our first step. This isn't what we wanted to do. We don't want to file litigation, but it is a tool in our toolbox to defend small businesses. I've been traveling the country for weeks, speaking with small business owners, and I spoke with a trucker in the Midwest, a trucking company in the Midwest, and he's over the threshold, and he said, I just can't afford to lose any employees over this mandate. He said, you know, if I lose one trucker who goes down the street to my competitor who's under that threshold, he said, I'm done. I can't meet my orders, and I can't meet with the American needs. And so we're going to use this litigation. We're going to block this litigation. We think it's disingenuous that they keep framing it about big business, because it's really going to impact small business, and we're going to defend them just like we have in the past.
And small business is the backbone of this country. It's really sad to hear these stories of people struggling for so long, and in the face of this, now was supposed to be the time it was going to get better, and there's just more red tape to cross through. Elaine, we appreciate you updating on that and us on that, and we will check in with you surely.
Thanks, Jackie.